Welcome back to the O Show, everything crypto every day. Today's show is going to be incredibly interesting with all of the news that just dropped regarding looks, Canada, etc. Let's get straight into it and talk about what the heck is happening with Canada and how this could potentially be a bullish scenario for Bitcoin. But before we do that, please understand, I'm going to keep this as unbiased as possible. My main goal on this show is to present to you information, let you go ahead and do your own research and decide for yourself. I'm not here to tell you anything besides to think for yourself, because you're all beautiful, intelligent human beings and you deserve to improve your quality of life. And the only way you can successfully improve your quality of life is education and thinking for yourselves. Let's go. All right, we all know the insanity that is happening in Canada right now. Well, the federal government invokes the Emergencies Act for the first time ever in response to the protests and the blockades. And this is done in Canada. It is not done in the United States. So basically what they are doing is they are enacting KYC, AMLs. And what they've done is they've been able to kind of shut different things down so these protesters cannot get access to their funds. We saw GoFundMe go ahead and do this as well. So there's a lot of issues with this. There's a lot of caveats, and there's not a whole lot of information. I know that there was somebody in the mentions earlier telling me I was giving false information. Well, in fact, I have some friends that live in Canada too, so I was able to collect some information from them. So I just want to give my personal opinion on this. I do not believe that anybody, anywhere, should be told what to do by legalized cartels. I don't think they should. And if you're in crypto and you're watching this, that means you believe in a decentralized economy. When you believe in a decentralized economy and a decentralization, you are not here to dictate what other people can and can't do. The whole purpose of Bitcoin and crypto is to break free from all of this oppression. And in doing so, it can kind of be a little bit of issues doing so. I'm going to release a video later tonight kind of explaining this a little bit more detail so you guys understand. But basically what's happening is they're allowing funds not to go to those who are protesting. Guess what? These people do have a right to protest, 100%. They have a right to tell the government they don't appreciate what they're doing. And a lot of the things that are happening with these mandates globally are not really fair to the people. They're really, really not. I think that humans are capable, they're intelligent to make their own decisions based on what's best for their family, because everybody's family requires different things and every person requires different things. So I am in support of people making their own decisions. I believe people should be able to do what they want to do. And I'm not here to tell you what to do, and I don't want you to tell me what to do. So what this is going to do in regards to Bitcoin and why this is important. Bitcoin was created for situations like this. Bitcoin was created as a way for people to be able to hold on to their funds. And what happened was there was some crypto exchange, apparently from what I read, that was shut down, or that people that were sending money to these truckers or whoever it was, that they were basically like banning or suspending their accounts because they're doing this with bank accounts. So the thing with Bitcoin is they can 100% shut down these KYC AML accounts. That's why they have KYC and AML, to stop from that big T word over there. But if you are donating Bitcoin to somebody or sending Bitcoin to somebody, you're essentially doing it anonymously if you're sending it to their ledger or to their address. That is not associated with a centralized exchange. And this is why Bitcoin is so important, because it allows people to hold on to their keys, to hold on to their money without the government intervention. So regardless whether you agree with what's happening in Canada, whether you agree with what's happening with the protests, the mandates, whatever it may be, this is what Bitcoin was created for. And you cannot say that you support a decentralized economy when in fact you are against the use of Bitcoin for this. So I just wanted to state my piece. I wanted to play the devil's advocate here for those that don't agree with me. But again, you guys, Bitcoin was created for the people, by the people, to bypass the legalized cartels and bypass oppression. Just because you don't agree with something doesn't mean that the other person's opinion or action is wrong. And in a true decentralized economy, you don't get that say. In addition to talking about a very heated topic in Canada, I want to talk about this post here on Twitter. So this post came from Andrew Von Weirdum, cypherpunk co-founder Tim Mayer, in 1992, predicting a Trudarian future, or why electronic cash was needed in the first place. In Satoshi's white paper, Satoshi refers to Bitcoin as electronic cash, which that's pretty much what it is. But let's go ahead and read this a little bit more because it's very, very important. Furthermore, transactions which are deemed to be politically incorrect, and there are dozens of obvious examples to choose from, can be outlawed. That's what they're talking about that's happening in Canada. So again, just because they are politically incorrect doesn't mean that they're incorrect. And crypto is a means to solve that in a decentralized economy. So again, pause to read this entire thing, but I agree with this 100%. And if you don't agree with me, that's fine too. I'm not here to argue with anyone. I'm just here to give my opinion. I want you to take this information, research it, think about it, and kind of see how it does apply to you, because even though some of us are in the United States, it still technically could apply to us. Now, before we talk about looks, let's go ahead and talk about what the heck Bitcoin is doing. So now on our daily chart, we had a glorious pump that we talked about on the short earlier. Could this be due to the news in Canada? Potentially, because Bitcoin is doing what it was intended to do. So we saw a nice positive price movement up from 42.5. We had a swing wick high to 44.4, and we're currently trading around 43.9. So on Market Cipher, we did print a green dot at the top, but again, we are an overbought a little bit. The RSI and MFI are starting to look a little bit positive, but at the same time, you guys, I just want to point out we are still in a consolidation range between $46,500 and $42,000. Approximately $42,000. You know, we did have some swing wick lows to about 41.5, but it is important to note kind of what's happening with the market. Right now, we're looking pretty healthy, but at the same time, we are below the EMA 200. And this is why I advocate for people taking short-term trades right now. If you want to go ahead, buy the dip, do whatever it is, that's fine too, but please make sure you have a trading or investing plan, because if we do get rejected and we reverse hard at 46.5, it could get really, really ugly. Again, this is just my personal opinion, but I wanted to go ahead and share with you. And now I want to take a minute to talk about what the heck is happening with Looks, because it's actually very, very interesting, including some of the people that invested in it privately. So this is the LooksRare platform, and we've actually talked about it quite a few times on the show. I think it's a great platform. I like the fact that they give crypto to their users. They're able to stake those. They're able to earn passive income on that, and then go ahead and trade with NFTs. Because OpenSea does have a lot of problems, and I love to see competitive competition in the market. However, I haven't invested in it yet, and the reason why I haven't invested in it is, number one, I forgot to check if I got the airdrop. Number two, I just wanted to kind of wait to see what happened with the price, and I'm glad I waited to invest, because there's some interesting things that just came out. But before we talk about those, we are going to talk about also if that is right or wrong, what these investors did, because some of these people on the list have given crypto YouTubers and other people in the space absolute for investing in pre-sales, etc. But what these people did is they actually invested early on, they made profit, and then they dumped the market. And is that okay to do, or is that not okay to do? Well, let's go ahead and discuss it. All right, this story here is from Cointelegraph regarding LooksRare. So LooksRare team cashes out 30 million in wrapped ETH, faces community backlash. Well, of course they're going to face community backlash, because that's a lot of money. But at the same time, you guys, I'm going to play devil's advocate here. Is the team allowed to do so? I think that teams, if they have a successful launch, they do what they say they're going to do. If it's in the white paper, if it is expressed to the community, if the community knows you're going to get dumped on, then yeah, it's okay. It is not really indicated in this article or anywhere if they were, allowed to do so. Because if it's stated in the white paper, if it's stated wherever it is, then yeah, that's okay. That's something that the community, that the investors should take into account. I think it's important for transparency. However, let's go ahead and take a look at this next slide here. So over here, this was something that was posted on the 7th. Update: the LooksRare NFT team has already cashed out 23,116 wrapped ETH, approximately $73 million. And this doesn't include the value of Looks. Most of it is going straight to Tornado Cash. So it is kind of a little bit shady that they're utilizing Tornado Cash. If you guys don't know what Tornado Cash is, it basically allows for you to go ahead and send transactions, and it kind of mixes the transactions so you can't track it. So that's a little bit shady that that's happening, because if they stated and they communicated this to the community, hey, we're going to go ahead and cash out when we hit with XYZ or whatever it may be, then I think that's okay, because teams do need to pay themselves. Investors need to pay themselves. They do need to be able to be paid for their services, like what they build. There's a lot of time and effort that's put into it, but they're using Tornado Cash, so that can be a little bit shady here. Let's take a look at this next thing. This thread here from Franklin states, the Looks private seed investors put 1,488.75 ETH in the lock in 3 million tokens, about 20 cents per token at the time. The tokens have earned them over 18,000 wrapped ETH in staking fees, 93% which has been claimed by them. Their looks are currently 23,500 ETH, some big winners. So basically it's going through all of these big winners here. It is very interesting enough because some of these people here have trashed YouTubers, other people on crypto Twitter for participating in pre-sales, for investing, and for allegedly dumping. And some of these names have been very, very loud in doing so. So my personal thoughts on this. Right now, I'm not interested in investing in Looks any way, shape, or form. I know that there's a lot of FUD going on around the project. There's some more specifics that I do need to kind of read about, but at the same time, it's really not a good look. Haha, mom joke there. It's not a good look, especially because some of these people that invested did some really terrible things and made up some lies and slandered other people on the internet. So I have no issue with people taking profit, but what I do have an issue with is people that go after other people for doing the same thing that they do, but not necessarily disclosing, as I didn't know a lot of these people were invested in this project. And on top of it, I don't necessarily think they were transparent enough to their community, but then they'll go after other people and say, you weren't transparent. So make up your mind what you want to do. This is one of the reasons why I really don't care for crypto Twitter, is because it's a bunch of people that literally make up lies about other people so they can dump on them and shill their projects and convince their community, hey, I'm doing things right. As you all know, we do sponsor content. We invest on different pre-sales, different crypto projects, but we always disclose here because that's important. We've done that from day one and we'll continue to do so. Either way, I hope that the Looks team can get their stuff together and kind of come up with a community statement or resolution as to what's happening. Again, I am not against people taking profit. I'm not against the team getting paid, but at the same time, I don't think dumping is a good thing any way, shape, or form. You can literally set limit orders. You can have, there's specific vesting and lockup periods, all different types of stuff, but I don't think anybody should dump directly on the market. It is literally not cool. But at the same time, in a true decentralized economy, people can do whatever it is they want. Just like I can get on my socials and talk about what's happening. And lastly, let's go ahead and talk about this story here. New York Stock Exchange, NYSE, files for a metaverse trademark for trading NFTs. NFTs are not going anywhere. Metaverse is not going anywhere. Web3 is not going anywhere either. And that's why we're actively investing in a lot of different Web3, Metaverse, NFT projects on the show, which will always be disclosed to you. Kind of in closing with this, I really hope that Looks gets it together because they have a really, really cool platform and they give really great rewards back to their users, which I love. But at the same time too, we don't like shady behavior. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and set alerts, and I will catch you later with my video about a true decentralized economy. Bye-bye.